There was a guy called Steve. Steve used to work in a startup which had initially 50 employees. At a point of time, Steve thought to grow his startup and hired a person called Scully to join his team. Scully was exceptionally talented that Steve thought would develop the startup into a huge business. But at one point of time, Scully was forced to fire Steve from the startup. The reason Scully fired Steve was that Steve's thinking was different from that of Scully's. Steve was actually one of the founders of the startup. It was very unfortunate for Steve that the person he hired actually fired him. This was so frustrating for Steve and he was depressed for about a period of 6 months. One day, Steve met his friend Mark. Worried about the life of Steve, Mark suggested him to visit a Baba in India called Neem Karoli Baba. Mark said that visiting Neem would help Steve overcome from his depression. Giving importance to the words of Mark, Steve actually visited India. He also visited the ashram of Neem Karoli Baba and went to see him. Steve was lucky enough to get an appointment with Neem Karoli Baba. Neem Karoli Baba was a humble guru from India who used to make wonders in the life of people who suffer from depression and anxiety. On the next day, at the time of appointment, Steve went to meet Neem Karoli Baba. Baba was meditating in the riverbank of Yamuna. Steve saw Baba and sat in front of him calmly. Baba saw Steve, smiled at him, greeted him, and genuinely asked, "Welcome, my child. What is your problem?" He curiously said to Baba that whatever he touched, whatever he worked on, ended up in failure. He asked Baba that why does he fail so often and when will success come to him? Baba suddenly got angry with Steve and asked him to stand up. The angry Baba then immediately pushed Steve into the river. Steve was trying to get out of the river as soon as possible since he did not know swimming. But Baba was so angry that he really wanted to kill Steve. He then pushed Steve's head into the river so that he doesn't breathe and die in the moment. Baba was so angry and was keep on pushing Steve's head into the river and trying to kill him. Steve was trying as hard to get out of the river as soon as possible. But Baba's pushing force was greater than his strength so that Steve suffered breathing. After a forceful fight with Baba, Steve managed to get out of the river and come to the riverbank of Yamuna. He was so stressed that Baba actually tried to kill Steve. An angry Steve shouted at Baba that, "Are you mad? Are you a fool? Why do you try to kill me? You said I am your child. Will any parent kill their child?" He shouted angrily to Baba. Baba started laughing aloud. Steve was confused at this point of time. Then calmly, Baba asked him an important question. "Hey my son, I tried my best to kill you under the water. I put all my strengths into the act of killing you. But how did you overcome my strength and come out of the river?" he asked Steve. Steve replied to Baba that when he was pushed underwater, his thinking was only about to save his life. Because if Steve died, who will take care of his family? Who will take care of Steve's children? And what would happen to them without Steve? This was the single thought that Steve had in his mind when Baba was pushing him into the water of the river Yamuna. So Steve decided at that point that whatever energy he had in his body, he put into his mind single-mindedly and tried to overcome Baba's forceful strength. Also, Steve told Baba that he did not think about other small stuffs during that time when he has to survive. Heard the comments from Steve, Baba again started laughing aloud. Steve was also confused right now and asked Baba, "Why are you always laughing?" Baba said to him that, "It is just now I have taught you the value and mantra to success. Did you understand it, my son?"